SGC here, and today's movie review is Prisoners, starring Jake Gyllenhaal, Hugh Jackman, Viola Davis, Maria Bella, Terrence Howard, Melissa Leo, and Paul Dano. Directed by Denis Villeneuve. He's French and he's Canadian, so high five for myself because Canadian rocked this movie. This movie is about abduction of two kids, namely Jackman and Howard's kid, and they figured out that somehow Paul Dano is all tied up into this, and then Gyllenhaal comes in as a cop and they figure things out and they try to find the children. That's pretty much the entire storyline. And things go rough and crazy as Jackman takes things into his own hands and imprisons Dano, if you have seen the trailers. And that's when things happen. So what did I like about this film? I would say the whole concept of this prisoners thing is pretty intense. I mean, you have the cops working alongside you, though Loki is a weird name, and you put it into your own hands and grab the guy that's most likely involved, and you really torture him to the max. And you have, you know, where Jackman represents this extreme of like, I want my children back, you better talk. And then also this crazy non-passive role where Viola Davis is like, we know it's wrong, but we're gonna let you do it because we need to know where our kids are. Like, she is pretty up there as to really deliver those lines where it's just like, as an audience, you're like, yeah, we want to know where the kids are, but how are we gonna get there? Loki's kind of useless. This might be the only way to go. So it's just like that dilemma. It's like, whoa. So yeah, that entire thing was pretty intense as time went past and more extremes needed to be broken with Jackman and his, like, you know, torture skills. Jake Gyllenhaal here is a likable, but I don't know what he's doing sort of cop. Like, he tries really hard, but it's kind of weird in a sense. Like when you watch it, you might enjoy him, but afterwards you're like, does a cop act like that during these cases? Because it just feels like he has a track record of, like, he solves every case, so I guess he's stressed that he ain't solving this, but the things that he's doing in this film is sort of like, would that really happen? I also really enjoyed the way that it was paced. Like, it was a 2.5 and a bit more. It's a 153 minutes movie, so that's a pretty, you know, longish in terms of current day media. The pacing was done well. I didn't feel that the movie was dragging at times. Like, there wasn't those, oh, can we get this over with moments. It just felt like I could stay here forever just watching these people do their thing as they look for their kids. Also, going back to acting, Jackman was pretty good. I mean, it's sort of like Wolverine where he's angry in all times, but he's a real normal dad now, so it's more, whoa, real and more relatable. And Paul Dano pretty much was like he went through a lot of makeup and just didn't do much, but yet he had that like like frustration. Really did it well to just vent your anger on him as he's like the only lead, but yet he's doing nothing. So as I said, I enjoyed the acting, storyline, and yeah, the actual storyline, how this progresses, is really done well, and I give them props, and I really enjoyed it, and it was just great to see it, that it went to a ending where I was like, yes, that's a good ending. Because usually with these like murder or detective cases, it's just like they solve things with some random dude or some random person that you knew all along were the bad guy. But it was nice here to, you know, just be a good detective thing. I enjoyed it. So yeah, this movie is a definite watch for sure of this year. One of those up there for me for like amongst Gravity, Rush, Captain Phillips. It did what it was supposed to do, and it did it well. There was no fluff. There was no things that you needed to cut for sure because you wasted time, sort of thing. So that's always nice, you know. The actual time that you pay for your movie is actual you know, wasting your time. So that's always nice. So yeah, totally watch this if you have the chance. Sure, obviously it's not like, oh, you have to watch it in theaters, but support it, you know. They did well, and it's a Canadian film, so Canadians, go watch this for sure. You have no excuse not to watch it because you gotta support your fellow Canadians. And that was all for the movie review of The Prisoners.